This is the review of the 2025 Toyota Crown Signia. Toyota is expanding its SUV/wagon lineup by redefining the Crown sedan into this version. The Crown name has been gone from the US market for about 50 years, but Toyota is now redefining it with the Crown Signia and some other models that combine additional ground clearance, standard hybrid powertrains, and all-wheel drive. So this unique mashup reminds us a little bit of the original Toyota Venza, and it'll be hard to define who its direct competitors will be. It's likely other Toyotas and mid-sized two-row SUVs like the Nissan Murano and Subaru Outback. Where the Signia differs from the Crown is kind of a more mainstream and functional styling with its raised roofline and hatchback versatility. It's what gives it a sense of being more of a wagon than an SUV. We purchased a limited trim Crown Signia for our own test program. The limited brings larger tires, a fixed sunroof, and lets buyers opt for a higher level of driving assistance features. All Crown Signias are powered by the same hybrid powertrain, a 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine paired with the electric drive. Final assembly point for the Crown Signia is Aichi, Japan. The base price is $47,990. We bought the limited trim and paid $425 for premium paint and $1,865 for this optional technology package. Combine that with a few other smaller elements and the $1,450 delivery charge, that brought the total for our car to $52,455. One area where the taller stance makes an improvement is in getting in and out. The taller roofline makes for a more open portal, and the elevated seat height makes it so most adults will slide in and out easily. And while the cushion is elevated, it's not high like other SUVs that maybe require a climb up. Getting out is just as easy, as is access to the second row, which benefits from the same open door and flat seat. While there's nothing glaringly wrong with the fit and finish in the Crown Signia, it comes just shy of conveying a premium feel for its $52,000 price tag. While there are some absolute high points, the nicely stitched wheel, the padding on the right side of the console, and the shiny plastic that surrounds some of the features give a nice contrast. But with the large expanses of some hard plastic, it's just shy of conveying that premium impression. Overall, cabin storage for small items is a bit limited. There's a very small pocket in the center console, maybe good for some keys or a pack of gum. We really liked the vertical phone charger. It's very efficient, great spot, and almost foolproof. The cup holders are configurable, so you can remove the divider for a larger water bottle. And while there are door pockets, they're okay, but not really big. The front seat comfort drew plenty of praise from our testers because of the combination of padding and contour. The seat cushion in particular is more heavily contoured than many cars, but the seat back, even though it's bolstered, is wide enough to fit many body types. Both the driver and passenger have power seat adjustments, but for the price tag, we would have expected a four-way lumbar adjustment for the driver. This only has a two-way. Rear seat comfort is an improvement over the Crown sedan, mainly because of the increased headroom. Though still not generous, it's much more accommodating for taller passengers. And even though toe space under the front seat is limited, the nice padding and had plenty of legroom make it comfortable for most. The interior layout of the controls is very much like other Toyota models, and not the best. What we did appreciate is the manual operation of the climate functions, which are all lined up and manually operated. Media settings, phone settings, navigation, and vehicle settings are all managed through the infotainment screen, which can require extra focus. Thankfully, some of them are offset by the functions on the wheel. We also like the Signia's volume knob, though it is a bit of a reach and very small in size. And the Signia's stubby gear selector moves somewhat unnaturally between reverse and drive. It's very easy to end up in neutral when you don't mean to. Even though the cockpit is somewhat of a clone to the Crown sedan, it feels roomier, mainly because of the additional headroom and taller glass all around. Power seats and tilt and telescope adjustments on the wheel allow you to tailor your driving position for different size drivers. In terms of visibility, the windshield is notably shorter feeling than it may be in a traditional, more upright SUV. And that rake angle or angle of the pillars that flare at the bottom does have some limitations. We really appreciated the positioning of the rear view mirror on the door, which allows you to see around it. And even though it has that wraparound pillar in the back, it's really helped by that third side window, which is not blocked by the second row head restraints at all. You can access the cargo area with a button on the left side of the dash, on the key fob, or with the hands-free kick release, which is standard on all trims. And even though the rear pillars kind of taper into the cargo area, they still leave a really wide opening and a really nice level load floor. It also has a good sturdy cargo cover and plenty of tie downs. You can release the rear seats from the back or at the seats, expanding your cargo room. And one feature we really liked in this car, the flip forward panels on the seat backs expand that flat load floor and prevent items from falling in that gap. The Signia is powered by a 240 horsepower combination of a 4-cylinder augmented by the electric drive. What that means is you get a really smooth and quiet initial getaway under low throttle up to about 25 miles per hour. But when you ask the car for anything beyond a steady state or idle type driving, the engine noise makes it feel like there's more noise than power. That additional noisiness seems unbefitting the price and intent of this car and was cited as a potential deal breaker among many of our testers. It also doesn't feel like there's necessarily enough engine power and reserve. The good thing, the EPA estimates a 38 mile per gallon overall fuel economy, and it's likely to also have a really good cruising range, which means you'll spend less time going to the pumps. The Crown Signia is certainly secure and responsive, but not something we would classify as a really good handling vehicle. It was hindered by a somewhat lack of response from the steering and certainly isn't a chassis that's designed for playfulness. While we wouldn't call it agile, it does handle better than most mid-size SUVs. In terms of safety, as with other Toyota models, Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 is standard. That means that more common items like forward collision warning, automatic emergency braking with pedestrian and cyclist detection, as well as blind spot warning and rear cross traffic warning are all standard. Less common items like full speed dynamic radar cruise control and lane departure alerts with steering assist, lane tracing assist, automatic high beams, and road sign assist are also standard. The optional advanced technology package adds another set of safety-related items, front cross traffic alerts and lane change assist, which works along with the adaptive cruise control and lane tracing assist to allow drivers to make safe and controlled lane changes even during hands-free driving. In short, the Crown Signia is a great alternative for people who might have been drawn to the Crown but wanted a body style that's a bit more accommodating and practical. Or this is a great alternative to a mid-size SUV, especially if you don't need the third row. For more on our test results of the Toyota Crown Signia or other SUVs and wagons, go to consumerreports.org.